Hello and welcome to Euro Football Daily, where today we're looking at 10 players who found footballing stardom late in their careers. 10. Carlos Bacca. First up is powerhouse Colombian Carlos Bacca. The striker worked as a bus driver's assistant into his 20s, while playing in the Colombian lower divisions and in Venezuela. He finally came to Europe in 2011, already 25 and with little fanfare, signing with Club Bruges for just 1.5 million euros. Bacca took off like a rocket, scoring 31 goals in 54 appearances for the Belgians and winning the award for the league's best player in the 2012-13 season, an accolade previously given to Vincent Kompany and Ivan Perisic. He switched to Sevilla and went on to win the Europa League twice, claiming 49 goals in 2 seasons before joining AC Milan, where he scored more than 20 goals for the 4th consecutive campaign. 9. Aritz Aduriz. Basque forward Aduriz is currently in his 3rd spell at Athletic Club, having come through the ranks at the Bilbao side. However, though he put up respectable numbers at Valladolid, Valencia and Mallorca, he never had a top-class scoring record and earned his first international cap at 29. But Athletic's commitment to signing only Basque players led Los Leones to reacquire Aduriz in 2012, when the big centre-forward was already 31. A like-for-like replacement for Fernando Llorente, Aduriz embarked on the best period of his career, netting 121 over 4 years and having his best season at the age of 35, with 36 goals, including a stunning hat-trick against Barcelona to win Athletic Club the Supercopa. 8. Jamie Vardy. Newly minted Premier League champion Jamie Vardy didn't play in the Football League until 2012 when he was 25. The English striker had trained at Sheffield Wednesday's academy as a teenager, but failed to make the grade and played for non-league sides Halifax and Fleetwood, banging in 63 goals in 2 seasons before he was picked up by Leicester. Vardy came to life in the Championship, powering the Foxes to promotion in 2014, helping them avoid relegation in 2015, and finally scoring 24 goals in the 15-16 campaign as Claudio Ranieri's side raced to a memorable Premier League triumph. And the 29-year-old confirmed his place in the hearts of Leicester fans when he rejected a move to Arsenal to stay with the club. 7. Ian Wright. Another non-league fairy tale, Ian Wright was playing for Dulwich Hamlet when Crystal Palace signed him to a professional contract shortly before his 22nd birthday. Wright's miraculous rise led him to 33 international caps and an eventual move to Arsenal in 1991. Despite turning 28 early in his first year with the Gunners, the England attacker went on to become the club's all-time top scorer, netting 185 goals in 279 starts, a record later broken by Thierry Henry. He won the league at Highbury and 2 FA Cups, twice finding himself in the Premier League team of the season. He may have had a slow start, but no one could deny that Ian Wright proved himself a top-class footballer. 6. Fabio Grosso. The first of 4 Italians on our list, Fabio Grosso was a tough left-back who got his first big career move when he was 29 years old, joining Inter Milan from Palermo. That same year, Grosso won the first silverware of his career, the 2006 World Cup. Grosso was a virtual unknown going into the tournament, with some Italian fans admitting they had no idea what he looked like before the competition began. But an extra-time goal against Germany in the semi and the winning penalty in the final made him a household name, and he went on to pick up titles with Inter, Lyon and Juventus before he retired in 2012. 5. Marco Materazzi. A journeyman in the Italian lower leagues, defender Materazzi got his first real taste of top-tier football at 25, when he spent a year with Everton. He returned to Italy with Perugia and scored 12 goals in 1 season, the highest total ever for a defender in Serie A. In 2001, Materazzi turned 28, joined Inter Milan and earned his international call-up. With the Nerazzurri, the hard man won the Champions League and 5 domestic titles over a decade at the San Siro. But his most eventful match came in 2006, when he played alongside Grosso in the World Cup final. Materazzi gave away a penalty, headed in the equaliser, got headbutted by Zidane and scored in the penalty shootout to hand Italy the trophy. 4. Miroslav Klose. Miroslav Klose began his professional career at 21, but made up for lost time, going on to become the top scorer in the history of the World Cup. But things weren't always rosy, as the striker started out working as a bricklayer while playing for Homburg in the German 5th Division. But class won out, with Klose rising to become Bundesliga top scorer and win the award for Best German Player at 28 years old. A switch to Bayern Munich won Klose a first title when he was 30, before he went to Lazio. And in 2014, the veteran became the first man to play in 4 consecutive World Cup semi-finals as Germany won the competition. Klose retired from international play as Germany's top scorer, with 71 goals and an incredible 137 caps. 3. Antonio Di Natale. It's hard to imagine a time when Antonio Di Natale didn't play for Udinese, but the little Italian started out at Empoli, only making his Serie B debut at 22. He scored a goal every 3 games to take the club up to the top flight 3 years later, finally becoming a Serie A player at 25. After Empoli were relegated in 2004, Di Natale moved to Udine and spent 12 years with the Little Zebras, getting into double figures every year bar one. Remarkably, his 3 best seasons came between the ages of 32 and 35, as he scored 29, 28 and 29 a game. He finally left Udinese in 2016, having racked up 178 of his 300 career goals after turning 30. 2. Didier Drogba. At 20 years old, the young Didier Drogba moved to Le Mans to get an accounting degree, convinced that injuries had seen his chance of becoming a footballer slip away. In fact, his first good season came when he was 24, scoring 17 in 34 for Guingamp and moving to Marseille, where he became one of Europe's hot properties with a 32-goal campaign. Chelsea picked up the Ivorian, now 26, and the rest is history. He won 4 Premier League titles and the Champions League at Stamford Bridge, netting 164 times and playing nearly 400 games. And despite receiving his first international call-up at 24, he had a 12-year career with the Ivory Coast, becoming the nation's all-time top scorer and 3rd most capped player. 1. Luca Toni. Italian Luca Toni retired in 2016 at the age of 39, after enjoying one of the greatest swan songs in world football. The striker only made his first appearance in Serie A at 23 and debuted for Italy at 27 in 2004, when he scored 30 goals in Serie B to take Palermo up to the top flight. At 29, Toni was Serie A top scorer, with 33 goals for Fiorentina, and 2 years on he was the deadliest forward in the Bundesliga, managing an amazing 39 strikes for Bayern Munich. Hampered by injuries, he eventually found a home in Verona, hitting 51 goals in 100 games for the Giallo Blu and earning the Capocannoniere once more at 38 years old. He bowed out of the game, having averaged 13 goals a year before he turned 30 and 15 a year afterward. So those were our top 10 late bloomers, but who would you have included? Who did we miss out? Let us know in the comments below. Now, if you like this little Messer Ozil shirt, don't forget to head over to Classic Football Shirts, where you can pick one up just like it. If you enjoyed this video, check out our previous video, which was 10 players that your team should sign this summer. A couple of those guys have already moved, and we may see some more go in the next few weeks. And as ever guys, don't forget to like and subscribe.